Hey guys, so a women's softball team went viral not for winning national titles 3 years in a row, but for the comments on Jesus. But before we get into the details, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. Okay, so the University of Oklahoma women's softball team became the second team ever to win 3 national titles in a row. During the press conference, however, they shared that their biggest joy was not the win, but their relationship with Jesus. Here's the clip.
Alex Scarborough with ESPN. For the players, I know you talked about keeping the joy of the game, but I'm curious, it's a long season, right? And you guys have had the target on your back the entire time, the win streak being number one. How do you handle the unique pressure that comes with that? How do you keep the joy for so long when anxiety seems like a thing that could very easily set in?
Well, the only way that you can have a joy that doesn't fade away is from the Lord. And any other type of joy is actually happiness that comes from circumstances and outcomes. I think Coach has said this before, but joy from the Lord is really the only thing that can keep you motivated, just in a good mindset, no matter the outcomes. Thankfully, we've had a lot of success this year, but if it was the other way around, joy from the Lord is the only thing that can keep you embracing those memories, moments, friendships, and all of that. So that's really the only answer to that, because there's no other way that softball can bring you that, because of how much failure comes in it and just how much of a roller coaster the game can be.
Wow, it's so beautiful to hear these young women share their faith openly and without fear. At a time when traditional values in Christianity are attacked and mocked, it takes courage and strong faith to stand up for your beliefs, especially when you are in the public eye. This is such a good message for the constantly online, instant gratification generation. The only joy that doesn't fade away is one from the Lord. One of the girls even explained how though she won, she didn't feel joy. She didn't know what to do after that. Like there was a void, something missing. She had to find Christ to fill that void. Just like what Saint Augustine said, our hearts are made for you, O Lord, and they are restless until they rest in you. Another thing they spoke about was not finding fulfillment in an outcome, but fixing our eyes on Christ. Whatever they do it to glorify God. Another young girl who recently went viral for sharing her faith was Lydia Owens, valedictorian and senior class president at Woodmont High School. During her graduation speech, she spoke about how our value and worth come from who we are, that is, children of God, and not what we accomplish. Here's her speech.
If you place your identity in what you accomplish, and you believe that you're only good enough if you succeed, what happens when you fail? What happens when you don't get into your dream college or you don't get your dream job? What happens when you don't have a lot of money or you don't have a lot of friends? Placing your identity in the things of this world will disappoint you because they are only temporary. I had that reality check almost 2 years ago when my mom passed away. When tragedy struck my life, it was not my grades nor my accomplishments that helped me navigate through that loss. When everything else in my life felt uncertain, the only person that I could depend on to stay the same was Jesus. My perspective of success drastically changed because I realized that the many years I spent placing my worth in my academics meant absolutely nothing in light of eternity. Speaking from my experience, constantly striving to be perfect has never satisfied me. But what does satisfy me is knowing that my worth is not found in my successes or my failures. My worth and your worth is found in Jesus because he is the only one who will ever satisfy us. No matter what your future holds, please remember that life is so much more than how successful you are. Even if you accomplish all of your dreams or none of them at all, you are still valuable and you are still good enough because you are made in the image of God. You don't have to worry about whether or not you'll be successful because God promises that his grace is sufficient for us and that his power is made perfect in our weaknesses.
What a wonderful story. It is so encouraging to hear how her faith helped her overcome the loss of a mother and other struggles she faced throughout high school. This is a message so many need to hear, that they are not limited by what the world defines as success or failure, that dignity comes from being children of God, made in the image and likeness of God. And she shared the same sentiment as the Oklahoma University softball team. Jesus is the only one that will ever satisfy us. Placing your identity in the things of this world will disappoint you because they are only temporary, but the joy of the Lord is everlasting. No matter what happens in our lives, whether good or bad, success or failure, we take comfort in the fact that our Lord is with us. As it says in Psalm 16 verse 8 to 9 and 11, I keep the Lord always before me, with him at my right hand I shall never be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad, my soul rejoices, my body also dwells secure. You will show me the path of life, abounding joy in your presence that delights at your right hand forever. When we try to find happiness in temporary goals or achievements, we struggle to deal with loss or failure. But if our hearts and minds are set on Christ, remembering that our citizenship is in heaven and not on earth, then we will not be shaken. St. Paul sums it up best in Philippians chapter 4 verse 11 to 13. Not that I complain of want, for I have learned in whatever state I am to be content. I know how to be abased and I know how to abound. In any and all circumstances, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and want. I can do all things in him who strengthens me. So, what do you think about this? When has your faith helped you overcome challenges in life? Have you ever publicly shared your faith with others? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you like this new format, let us know by liking and subscribing to our channel. Until next time.